Why do most CMDB implementations fail even after loading thousands of records? In this video, I will explain the exact planning strategy to build a clean and reliable CMDB in ServiceNow. So, a CMDB is not just about storing data, it's about maintaining accurate and structured data. As the CIS-Data Foundation point of view, CMDB implementation is very important, and 10% of questions will arise from these concepts. Let's start with the exam terms and practice sessions. Let's start. First question is, a company starts loading all server data into CMDB without defining CA classes, ownership, or mandatory fields. After some time, they face duplicate and inconsistent data. Which phase was skipped? Option A, data onboarding. Option B, planning CMDB implementation. Option C, discovery. Option D, monitoring. The exact answer is planning CMDB implementation. So planning means, so I will tell a live example. Before construction of house, what we will do? So we can plan with the architect or plan with the engineer, civil engineer, because without proper planning, there is no proper house structure and there is no internal rooms, spaces. There is no where the kitchen is there, where is the hall is there, where is the bathroom is there, where is the bedroom is there. So with planning only, it will maintain proper structure. Same logic we can apply in the CMDB also. So before implementation of CMDB, we should go with the proper planning. So why planning needed for the CMDB? Because while before going to the CMDB planning, it defines the structure and control. So it planning includes CA classes. What do store in the CA? Attributes. Attributes means location, name of the owner. Like these are the fields. What fields required? Ownership. Who maintains data? Who is responsible for that owner, data maintaining? And we should maintain the governance rules also. Then system level insight means without planning, what will happen? So without planning, there is no proper quality of the data, and no identification rules is there, no structure is there, no ownership is there. So data becomes the messy. So system control cannot control the duplicates or quality. Next one. Why is define a CS scope starting with servers and applications only? Important during planning. Option A, to reduce UI upload. Option B, to control complexity and ensure quality. Option C, to increase speed. Option D, to avoid discovery. The correct answer is to control complexity and ensure the quality. So the question is starting with servers and applications only. So start with the simple way. So why? If CMDB is huge, if you onboard everything at once, then data issues is there. There is no control, then low quality is there. So start with the small. We can start always with the small. Then with the define the critical CS, ensure the quality, expand it gradually, slowly expand it gradually. This is called phased implementation. So best example is, for example, if you are starting with a startup company, then how it will be investment? Investment will be slow or low. Then gradually we can increase with the systems and we can increase with the employees. Then further expansion is there. Same logic we can apply for here also. We can start with the slowly or start with the small and implement with the phase likely. Next one. A company decides to use Discovery for servers, integration for cloud data, and manual entry for the business services. What concept does this represent? Option A, CMDB governance. Option B, data onboarding strategy. Option C, health monitoring. Option D, compliance. So that is a data onboarding strategy. I will say one example. Onboarding means you have live examples here. Onboarding means mostly job onboarding. While joining the company, onboarding process are there. Why onboarding is there? To maintain it, proper employee details, genuine or not, his education qualification is good or not, and to prevent the duplicate entries of data. So same logic we can apply here, the onboarding, data onboarding. So data onboarding strategy defines how each type of data enters the CMDB system logic. So different sources has their different reliability. For example, different sources means how the data enters into the through CMDB, through discovery will enter, through manual enter, through integration will enter. Through discovery is the technical data. We can defining rules here. Through integration is the external systems, through AWS and through Jira. These are the external systems. Manual means for the manual entry from Excel or CSV files, like that, business context. So strategy ensures the correct source for the correct data. Through these sources, correct data will come. Next one. What is the biggest risk of if data is onboarding strategy is not defined? So option A, faster UI. Option B, duplicate and conflicting CA data. Option C, improved accuracy. Option D, better governance. So what's the biggest risk if data onboarding strategy is not defined? So I will say the general example. If what the company does not follow the proper onboarding way, same logic we can apply here. So the correct answer is option B, duplicate and conflicting CA data. So without onboarding control, same CA may come from discovery integration manual. So there is no strategy. So it will use to the duplicate CS, conflicting values, and no trust of the data. So the data will be not trusty. Next one. Why should organization define data ownership during planning? Option A, to improve UI. Option B, to assign accountability for data accuracy. Option C, to create CA. Option D, to monitor health. So the correct answer is option B, to assign accountability for data accuracy. Let's say, for example, if a company having the employees, so without ownership, if employees are there, what will happen? There is no responsibility, no? There is no proper maintenance. Same logic we can apply here. Data ownership is nothing but company employee or owner of the employee, owner of the company. So ownership defines the who is responsible for the CI. So it will affect on the system level. Then without ownership, what will happen? No one updates the data. Data becomes outdated. With ownership, accountability and continuous maintenance is there. Next one. Which one of the following best describes a controlled onboarding approach? Option A, input all data at once. Option B, define sources, rules, and sequence for data entry. Option C, allow any user to create CA. Option D, ignore data conflicts. So the correct answer is option B. Define sources, rules, and sequence for the data entry. So control onboarding means, what are the control measures? So define proper sources and order and proper rules. For example, the rules means server comes from the discovery. This is the primary source. And then integration is the secondary. We can assign the rule like this. Then for the prevents the conflict. Next one. A company imports data manually from multiple Excel files without validation or source control. What issue is like mostly? Option A, improved data quality. Option B, duplicate and inconsistent CA data. Option C, better governance. Option D, fast implementation. The correct answer is option B, duplicate and inconsistent CA data. It means manual uncontrolled onboarding leads to the no validation and no integration rules. Result is same server appears in the multiple times. So it's a CMDB failure. Next one. What is the role of planning in the relation to data onboarding? So option A, no relation. Option B, planning defines rules, onboarding executes them. Option C, onboarding defines planning. Option D, both are the same. The correct answer is planning defines rules, onboarding executes them. It means planning means design. So how it will be designing. Then onboarding means execution. So both are design and execution. So without planning, there is no onboarding, has no direction. Next one. Which sequence ensures successful CMDB implementation? A, onboard to plan. Option B, plan to define to the onboard to the control. Option C, import to delete. Option D, monitor and plan. The correct answer is plan to the define to the onboard and control. It means correct flow is the first is the plan. It's the define the structure, proper structure. Then onboard the data. Then finally is control quality. So why it's important? If we skip the any order, then failure chance of CMDB takes place. So what is the ultimate goal of proper planning and onboarding? Option A, more data. Option B, faster system. Option C, accurate, reliable, and controlled CMDB. Option D, more users. The correct answer is accurate, reliable, and controlled CMDB. So because CMDB is not volume, it's a quality. Quality means it's about trust. So final outcome is 1 CA per object and correct data and control updates. So these are the key points we can discuss. The first point is CMDB is controlled unstructured data. So it means a CMDB is not just a place to store data. So it is a system where data is properly organized and controlled. I will say one example. If you upload the 1,000 servers without any format, the data becomes messy and confused. If you define a structure means proper name and the owner of that server and status, active or inactive, then the data becomes useful. It means quality of data is more important than the quantity. Second point, without planning, data becomes duplicate and unreliable. So if you do not plan properly, the same CI can be created multiple times. For example, a server is created by Discovery as server 1 and manually as SCR01. So this results in the duplicate records because spelling is mistake, no spelling changes, no. So and incorrect impact analysis. So it's very difficult in the instant issues. So proper planning helps the maintaining a single and reliable record. Third one, planning defines the scope. It means you must clearly decide what should be included in the CMDB. For example, instead of adding everything, it means servers or laptops or applications. Start with the servers and then gradually include the other items. So gradually increase the data. So phased manage. Phase wise, we can improve the data for the CMDB management. Fourth one, define mandatory attributes. So each CA should have the important fields that cannot be left empty. So attributes means what are the attributes? It's fields, nothing but owner, allocation, or status. For example, if a server has no owner, no one is responsible for the fixing issues. Then if status is missing, we cannot tell whether it is active or retired. So mandatory fields ensure the accountability and clarity. So planning assigns the data ownership and responsibilities. It means every CI should have a responsible team or a person. For example, servers for the infrastructure team and applications for the application team. This ensures the issues are handled by the correct team. Next one. So established rules and standards. It defines the consistent rules for how data should be entered. For example, different naming styles like the server India 1 or India server 1 creates the confusion. But both concepts are same, but names are different. It will create the confusion. So a standard name format avoids this issue. Naming convention also very important for this issue. And consistency improves the reporting and usability. Seventh one, it defines the data onboarding strategy. So we must decide how data will enter the CMDB. For example, servers can be added through discovery, while applications can be added through the integrations. So a clean strategy ensures the control data entry. Eighth one, understand data entry methods. So the data entry means there are three main ways data enters to CMDB: through manual entry, through discovery, through integration. Discovery means it automatically scans the data. Integration means data from external tools like that AWS or Jira, like that. Manual entry means users input. For example, an AWS server is created. Integration brings the basic details. Discovery adds the technical information and manual entry adds the owner. So all these methods together create a complete CI. Ninth one, without strategy, duplicates and conflicts will occur. So if multiple sources create the same CI, duplicates will occur. For example, the same server is created by both discovery and integration. This leads to the duplicate records and incorrect relationships. For the solution is use identification and reconciliation rules to maintain single record. So the final result is a trusted CMDB. It means proper planning and control data, onboarding result is a reliable CMDB. For example, if a server fails, the CMDB shows us which application is affected or and which business is impacted. This helps the resolve issues faster and more accurate. So finally, we can conclude as CMDB success depends on the proper planning. It's not just a data loading. If you found this video helpful, please like this video. Comment as CMDB if you would like more such content. Subscribe to the channel to continue learning ServiceNow in a simple and practical way. Thank you. Wish you all the best.